and welcome to my channel. Today we have a compilation video covering the now infamous Jaelynn Chaney, better known as Jae Bae. As you may know, she found herself in jail back in February 2025, and most recently the body cam footage has now been released. And her charges have also been released. And if you want to jump to that update, that will be in the last chapter or at the timestamp below. But if you want the full story, then keep watching because this will be a compilation of all my prior videos covering Jae Bae and everything leading up to this most recent update. So with all that, let's get into who Jae Bae was, what she was advocating for, and really who she was as a person before this arrest. Today we're going to take a look at Jae Bae.
You deserve to feel comfortable and confident wherever you go. Using mobility aids is a sign of strength and self-care.
Fat people are allowed to eat what they want without feeling guilty about it. Get over it.
Over the past few years, she's gained notoriety. She made international headlines and had several of her TikToks go viral. So what's all the fuss about?
Have you heard stories of plus-size travelers being ridiculed, humiliated, or even removed from flights because of their size? It's a common fear among the plus-size community, and it's absolutely unacceptable.
This is what I'd call the sort of humble beginnings of Jae Bae. She's got a few solid points that you can't really argue with. Nobody should be ridiculed or made fun of just for the way they look. And if you're planning to go on a flight, you should at least know what to expect.
Join my petition calling on the FAA to require all airlines to have a written official customer of size policy for plus-size travelers.
And yeah, I feel like a policy, so at least people know what to expect when they're looking to book a flight. Like, that makes sense.
This policy will provide accessible additional seats, clear communication, reimbursement, accommodations, and employee training. As my petition states, all plus-size passengers should be provided with an additional seat or 2 or 3 depending on their size and need during a flight for comfort.
2 or 3. And see, this is what I mean. You can't just ask for 1 additional seat. No, you need 2 or 3 free of charge. Air travel is already extremely expensive, and just handing out an extra seat or 2 to whoever demands an extra one just because they are plus size enough, whatever that definition is, would make air travel even more inaccessible financially to even more people.
Under this policy, airlines should also offer a straightforward refund process for those who are buying additional seats independently.
I'm not really too sure what she means by refunds here, but maybe she means more of a refund, like if you were to buy 2 seats, but then the plane isn't fully sold, maybe you get some money back. That makes a little bit more sense.
Under this policy, employees must be trained to handle sensitive situations and provide appropriate customer service.
And yeah, that's always good. You want your employees to remain cool and collected if there's any sort of situation that breaks out. She's just asking for like good bedside manners, so no problem with that.
Sign this petition to demand that airlines take concrete steps towards making air travel more inclusive and accommodating for all passengers. Let's ensure that everybody can fly comfortable without fear of discrimination. Sign my petition now. Link in bio.
So that petition was started April 2023, which is a little over a year ago as of filming. And it's got around 39,000 signatures out of its 50,000 goal. I don't think there's a deadline on this petition, so it's likely to eventually meet that goal. But I'd be really curious to know how fast a sort of counter petition would gain 50,000 signatures or more. A sort of petition that would demand those passengers who need extra space buy an extra ticket so that air travel can be more financially accessible to all. It's just a thought, but anyway, let's see what else good old Jae Bae has to say.
There has been a huge misunderstanding that I want other airline passengers to have to foot the bill for the suggested policy changes outlined in my plus-size travel petition, but that's not true.
If customers aren't footing the bill, who is? The airlines aren't just going to take that chunk out of their bottom line. They would never willingly make less profit. What Jae Bae is demanding would require airlines to increase their overall prices. The only way that Jae Bae would get what she wants is through something like a government-controlled price mandate, something similar to like rent control. And whether getting more government control into airline travel is good or bad is not something that I can really cover in this video.
Let's just keep it real. The airlines have had a history of price gouging customers and overselling flights. With that being said, they have continued to lower the standard of comfort and safety for all passengers. So it's time for the airlines to take responsibility of guaranteeing a better flight experience for all passengers. It's not the responsibility of the individual passengers they are supposed to be serving. Southwest Airlines offers competitive prices for their airplane tickets. They do this and offer an incredible customer size policy for plus size passengers and those who need more space. The Southwest customer size policy offers an additional complimentary airplane seat to those who need more room. They are able to do this without passing the cost on to other consumers. And if they can do it, then so can other airlines.
Look, Jae Bae, if you've already got one airline that's doing what you want, why can't you just take that and be happy? I don't think this petition is necessary at all. Market demand is going to dictate whether or not what Southwest is doing is going to work for other airlines as well. If they start tanking, there's no way other airlines are going to adopt the same policies. However, if Southwest gains enough additional revenue by drawing in those plus-size passengers, then other airlines might think about adopting the same policies. Until then, I really believe that trying to force the market to do what you want it to do is not the way to make change. Okay, moving on.
Your comment that implies I don't deserve anything because I'm fat is exactly why I'm fighting.
No. Hold on. Let's read the comment because that's not what she says. The comment says you don't deserve, emphasis on deserve, anything. You're the size of 3 people, so you pay for 3 seats. Simple. This person said you don't deserve anything, and I agree with that. That has nothing to do with the size of your body. You and everyone else on that plane do not deserve to be there. You pay for that seat like everyone else, and if you take 2 seats, you pay for those 2 seats.
I'm fighting so other plus-size people don't have to deal with your negativity and discrimination. We all deserve respect and dignity regardless of size. It's time the airline industry recognized this and took steps to ensure it. Here's a powerful reminder as we strive for a more equitable and inclusive world. Let us remember that mobility is not a privilege but a basic human right that must be available, affordable, accessible, and safe for all.
I don't know, maybe I'm reading this wrong, but her saying that mobility is not a privilege seems a bit tone deaf. What a privilege it is to first be able-bodied enough to walk down that mile-long aisle to get to your 2 seats that you say you pay for, to then go on a holiday that you are also privileged enough to afford. So many people don't have the privilege of mobility, so I don't know what she's saying here. And to me, she's out here wasting away this privilege of mobility that she has and actively destroying it by choosing to be fat and sick.
Buckle up, because we're about to go on a little educational journey. First things first, I have never said that obesity is a disability. So, if you're here for that argument, you're on the wrong flight. Let's be clear, being fat does not automatically mean you're disabled.
Well, you are more susceptible to disabilities, and for a lot of disabilities, being in a healthy weight range will help your overall situation.
Repeat after me. Fat and disabled are not the same thing. Good job, class. Now, let's talk facts. It's 100% possible to be fat and disabled at the same time. Shocking, I know.
Actually, not shocking at all. But why are you in that wheelchair? Would losing weight help your condition?
But here I am, a living, breathing example. My disabilities don't disappear because I'm fat.
Yeah, but would they disappear if you lost weight?
And my size doesn't negate my disabilities. They coexist. They're like roommates who don't always get along, but they're stuck with each other.
That analogy just makes no sense to me, so no comment.
So, to all the keyboard warriors out there who love to educate me on my own body and life, please take a seat and maybe try using Google before you comment, because, spoiler alert, I've never said obesity is a disability. Not once. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. The world is big enough for all of us, just like the airplane seats should be.
All right, so on the surface, there are a few things we can agree with. You can be fat and / or disabled. Those 2 terms are not synonymous. You can be one, both, either, neither. If English is your first language, this is probably not a shock to you. However, if you're overweight, and we're talking the levels of morbid obesity here, not just a few pounds overweight, you're putting yourself at such a heightened risk for developing one of these debilitating diseases and becoming disabled. Also, if you already have a disability, Adding morbid obesity on top of that is not going to help your situation. The best thing you can do for yourself is to come down to a healthy weight.
After 4 years, the time has come to fly without oxygen.
Okay, so clearly Jae Bae has some medical conditions, and I'm not poking fun at her at all for that. But if you might need oxygen on your flight, why would you not just travel with it just in case? Am I missing something here? Risking the plane needing to make an emergency landing or be rerouted just because you decided not to travel with your potentially life-saving medical equipment is on you. You decided to fly without this equipment, and this is just so bizarre to me to complain about something like this.
What if I have a medical emergency on the plane? What if I'm not strong enough? What if I cause an emergency landing?
Yeah, exactly what I said. What if that happens? Why would you put yourself in that situation?
What if this doesn't work? What if everyone online is right? What if I can never travel again? No, forget that. No matter what they say and no matter what it looks like, travel is for everybody.
Well, maybe it shouldn't be for everybody. Maybe you should take care of your health first so that you are well enough to travel. The priorities here are just so bizarre to me. If we look at a show like My 600-Pound Life, the patients often have to travel in order to meet their doctor and eventually have life-saving weight loss surgery. This journey is an extremely painful and oftentimes embarrassing experience. Travel is hard on the body, no matter your size. But if you're obese or super morbidly obese, with additional weight-related health conditions on top of that, travel is just going to be that much harder. These patients need to travel to save their lives. Why are you traveling, Jae Bae?
All I had to do was read the title of this article and I was automatically upset.
Yeah, well, that makes two of us.
A British Airways passenger was stuck in his seat for 3 hours after landing and had to be taken out of his first class seat with a hoist. What this passenger had to experience is unacceptable, and this is the exact reason why I started my plus-size travel petition this year. And as a matter of fact, they actually linked to the CNN article that talks about my petition in this article. I'm fighting every single day for inclusivity in the airline industry. That way, things like this don't happen to plus-size passengers, because this is absolutely unfathomable.
Unfathomable is getting yourself into a position where you need to be lifted out of your seat with a hoist. Now, while I'm sure that this experience was terribly uncomfortable and probably embarrassing for this poor man, he should never have been put in a position or been allowed to put himself in a position where this could happen. In my opinion, the airlines should never have allowed him to board. And he should have known better. If they didn't have seats large enough for him, then he shouldn't have been on the flight.
This passenger did what all those people who say to do in my comments, just simply upgrade to first class, and this should prove as an example to you why that doesn't always work or apply.
This should be an example? This should be a huge wake-up call to this man. This man needs to lose weight to save his life. If you can't fit into the largest seats that the airline has, maybe you shouldn't be flying. If you can't get out of your seat without the assistance of a hoist, maybe you shouldn't be flying. There is an acceptable level of accommodation that makes sense and should be expected, assisting those with mobility issues or young children, for example. But if you start needing the entire aircraft to be reconstructed and even a whole team of people can't get you out of your seat, that is no longer reasonable accommodation. That is irresponsible, dangerous, and outright stupid. What if there had been an emergency landing, for example? What if he had an emergency, for example? It just makes no sense to me why you're asking the airlines to change when no matter what, it would be extremely dangerous for this man to travel.
This man was stuck in his seat, unable to move for 9.5 hours. That is not okay, and nobody should have to endure that. That comes with pain, embarrassment, humiliation, and more.
And that would be absolutely horrifying. I do not doubt that this man had an absolutely time here. And I would not wish this on anyone. Signing her petition is not going to solve this issue. If people keep getting bigger and bigger, the demands will never end. Instead of asking for infrastructure to change for you, wouldn't it be easier for you to make the change? If it's in your capabilities, which for you, Jae Bae, it is, and for all morbidly obese people, you can change. So we should be focusing our efforts there rather than accommodating for bigger and bigger and bigger sizes.
My ordeal at SeaTac Airport will shock you.
You gym rats love to troll in my TikTok comments, saying all kinds of things about bigger women. But guess what? Those same guys are sliding into my Tinder messages every single day.
This is going to be part 2 of my little Jae Bae deep dive reaction rant type video. So if you want to see part 1, that's going to be linked above. But without any further ado, let's get into it.
My ordeal at SeaTac Airport will shock you. This experience I'm about to share with you is yet another example of why employee sensitivity training, a demand outlined in the plus-size travel petition, is desperately needed. I'm a plus-size wheelchair user, and on a recent flight to the SeaTac Airport, I requested wheelchair assistance, as I always do. When it came time for me to deplane, I saw the employee who would be assisting me with my wheelchair waiting for me in the entry of the jet bridge. As I approached her and she realized she'd be assisting me and not one of the smaller passengers, she started to walk away with the wheelchair while making comments about my size.
Okay, so right off the bat, I just want to say that I do not believe this is a real story. I 100% believe that this is something that Jae Bae just fabricated in her own mind. She's an influencer. She's always got a camera and a phone attached to her hip. Why wouldn't she have recorded at least some of the footage from this incident? Or at least some audio or the aftermath of the situation, but no, she has nothing. And the flight attendant making comments about her size? If you were so traumatized by this event, wouldn't you have at least remembered some of what she said? At least one comment? No? Nothing? Alright, Jae Bae.
Even when I told her I really needed the chair and needed her to let me sit down in it, she blatantly ignored me and kept walking.
So for argument's sake, let's say that this did happen. Why didn't Jae Bae wait? Why didn't she ask someone else for help? Why didn't she have her partner, who she's always traveling with, help her? And after all of this, why didn't she file a complaint? Surely we'd have the other side's story if a complaint was filed. But we don't. And we never will. Will we, Jae Bae? Because there is no other side of the story. There's only what we have from Jae Bae and what she's narrated in her own mind.
I was then forced to walk up one of the longest jet bridges I've encountered, and she didn't stop.
I don't know, you're doing pretty well walking up that never-ending aisle.
By the time she let me reach the wheelchair and sit down, my lips were white. My oxygen levels had dropped and I almost fainted. This was my first time flying without oxygen. This woman just assumed I could walk and would rather me do that.
So you mean to tell me that you were trying to run out to her, catch up to her, yell out to her, and no one else said anything? No one else tried to help you and she just kept running away? How does that make any sense here? And if this did happen, then Jae Bae, it's your own fault for not bringing your oxygen on a plane. Why would you not bring medical equipment that you need? This makes zero sense to me. And your lips turned white, not blue for lack of oxygen? Well, I guess you didn't have your phone on you and your partner was nowhere in sight, so you wouldn't have known what you looked like, huh?
This woman just assumed I could walk and would rather me do that. Instead of her having to push someone my size up the jet bridge, all the other attendants wheeled their passengers up the jet bridge, but my needs were disregarded. This is discrimination. Nobody should be treated this way.
Why on earth would you think that a single flight attendant who's probably petite would be capable of pushing you up the ramp at 400 pounds? Flight attendants are usually pretty small. I don't think one would be capable of pushing this woman up a ramp. And if this situation did happen, what if that flight attendant was going to look for additional help because she wasn't capable of pushing Jae Bae alone? Maybe that flight attendant didn't want to risk hurting her own back. But here's Jae Bae, assuming the whole world revolves around her, not even stopping to think what the other party in this situation might be feeling or thinking. Imagine if a petite flight attendant did try to assist Jae Bae, in heels, mind you. What if that flight attendant tripped or slipped and let go of Jae Bae's wheelchair? Not only hurting her, but also Jae Bae in the process. The fact that Jae Bae is telling this story like she's the only victim here and we should feel sorry for her is absolutely wild to me.
On the first leg of the trip, the wheelchair assistance completely failed us. I was left struggling to be okay. There is a video about the incident on my page.
She's referring to the video that we just watched previously.
That experience was already stressful and humiliating enough.
She should feel embarrassed for herself. She should feel embarrassed for assuming that a flight attendant would be capable or willing to push her up a jet bridge in her excess weight. Jae Bae here has absolutely no compassion or understanding for anybody else around her. She is completely self-absorbed and stuck in her own world.
So by the time it was time to fly home, I decided to have my fiancé push me in the wheelchair to avoid any more mishaps. Picture this, me, a plus-size woman in a wheelchair, pushing my suitcase with one hand while my fiancé did their best to steer. It wasn't the easiest setup, but we were managing.
If your fiancé can push you, then why didn't he just do that the first time when you were stuck and waiting for this flight attendant and had to walk so long that your lips turned white? I'm sure that a flight attendant would have a much easier time assisting you with your luggage versus pushing you in your wheelchair. If in that first situation you had just had the flight attendant help you with your suitcase and your fiancé help push you, then this whole thing would have been avoided. But no, Jae Bae needs to be the victim here, and she needs to push off any responsibility onto someone else. It's never her fault.
As we were making our way through the terminal, we walked by a group of flight attendants. At first, I thought nothing of it, but then I heard the unmistakable sound of laughter, directed right at us. They didn't even try to hide it. They pointed, laughed, and made snide remarks. And one said, "What the actual fuck?" My heart sank. The sting of their mockery was intense. It's one thing to deal with stares and whispers, but outright laughter and public humiliation. It was too much. Nobody should be treated like this. Read the caption for more.
If there were a group of flight attendants laughing, then how would she have known what they were laughing at or that that laughter was directed at Jae Bae? Usually when you're boarding a plane, the flight attendants are right at the front. So if they were laughing at her there, then Jae Bae would have fairly quickly entered the plane. So all Jae Bae would have needed to do is keep walking and the situation would have passed fairly quickly. Those people are there to do a job, and it's very unlikely that they're all going to be gathered around like school children, giggling and pointing and making fun of poor Jae Bae. And if this did happen, I have to imagine that somebody else would have said something or done something, because this is really weird behavior for a flight attendant, someone who's working in the service industry and should be serving customers. It's just a really weird thing for them to do. And if it did happen, then why wouldn't Jae Bae have filed a complaint or asked one of their supervisors to handle the situation? The whole thing just doesn't make a whole lot of sense, and I'm not really buying it. If Jae Bae was bullied by a flight attendant or by several flight attendants, then that really sucks. But Jae Bae's an adult, and she should be capable of dealing with this situation. She should have the tools to either file a complaint or move on. But no, Jae Bae has to play the victim and continue milking this to make you feel sorry for her.
Recently, I had a distressing experience at Chicago O'Hare Airport. As a plus-size ambulatory wheelchair user, I faced a significant challenge when trying to get to baggage claim. The only option was to go through a revolving door. We pressed the button to slow it down for people with disabilities, but as soon as we entered, we got stuck.
How do you get stuck in a revolving door? I've never seen this happen, but then again, I've not been around too many revolving doors. But I do have some experience around the building code, and revolving doors should always also be accompanied by a hinge door or like a normal opening door. So if Jae Bae knew or thought that there might be a problem with this revolving door, she would have had the opportunity to go through a normal hinge door as well. Okay, maybe she went in thinking like she could do it, and then once she was in there, she realized that she couldn't. But that's on you, that's your fault.
I'm claustrophobic and began to panic, frantically motioning to the staff for help. They just stared at me, offering no assistance. A passerby noticed our struggle and tried to help, but the airport staff remained unresponsive.
This would have been a high traffic area. If this did happen, then the people surrounding her wouldn't have let her be stuck for very long. They would have gotten noisy pretty quickly and started complaining. So while it's possible that she was maybe stuck for a second or two, her story that this went on and she's crying out for help just doesn't make sense with the situation she's in. The fact that a passerby got to her first probably means that this was a very quick encounter, if it happened at all.
This was my second terrible experience at O'Hare during just one trip. The lack of assistance was not only frustrating but dehumanizing, highlighting the necessity for airport staff to treat travelers of all sizes and abilities with the respect and care they deserve.
Jae Bae, how do you know that it's your size that's the reason why you didn't get help sooner? Maybe anybody getting stuck in that situation would have had to wait the same length of time. Or maybe you should have just used that hinge door that was probably right next to the revolving door.
When it comes comes to my plus size travel petition, people like to compare a person needing to buy additional plane seats to the concept of paying for overweight or additional luggage. But you need to understand something. Once you check your luggage, there is a human that has to handle that luggage and get it onto the plane. And did you also know that back injuries are very common for ramp agents at the airport? To lower that risk of back injury, strict standards have been set on how much that baggage can weigh.
Oh my god, girl, you did not just say that. This is the same girl that was just complaining that the flight attendant wouldn't push her overweight behind up a jet bridge. If you understand the concept for overweight luggage, why can't you understand this concept on yourself? You are a risk to yourself and to the flight attendants helping you. And you're even a risk to all the other passengers on the plane. What if there's an emergency on board where you need to deplane quickly? Can you do that, Jae Bae?
Also, let's be clear that luggage is an inanimate object, and people are sentient individuals with a right to a certain level of decency, respect, and safety.
Sentient individuals? This just shows how sensitive Jae Bae really is. She can understand the concept of overweight luggage, but overweight people? No, absolutely not. Because they have feelings, so they can't be overweight. How does this make any sense?
So stop comparing people to luggage. A plus size individual or tall individual or someone needing more space on a plane is not the same as someone wanting to bring an extra Gucci suitcase.
A Gucci suitcase, and this comparison is just so funny to me. She ate herself to excess. She gained so much weight that she needs assistance and additional accommodations wherever she goes. But no, someone who needs a bit of extra space in their luggage, they're the problem.
Humans are not being carried by ramp agents who could potentially hurt their back.
Oh my god, do I need to spell it out? I'm starting to think that she just creates this for rage bait because she literally just demanded for someone to push her up a ramp. This must be rage baiting because there is absolutely no way that a person can be this dense. I was gonna say thick, but...
And we deserve space on a plane to be comfortable and safe. So stop saying that if someone is taller or they weigh more, that they deserve to pay more for the same experience getting from point A to point B. Because that's just not fair and it's not human decency.
But are we paying for the experience or are we paying for the space? Right now, we're paying for the space, the seat that we occupy. Just like how we pay for the weight of our luggage. And the fact that we're not weighing out passengers like we weigh out luggage is actually problematic. There was actually a flight that went down in part due to passenger weight. By calculating the weight of the passengers using averages, they dramatically underestimated the passenger weight. So to keep everyone safe, shouldn't we have accurate weights of who's going to be on the plane? Now, Jae Bae has talked about more than just wanting extra free seats on planes. She's also delved into other modes of transport.
Every time I use a rideshare, I'm forced to ride without a seatbelt because there are no seatbelt extenders. It's time to make it mandatory for rideshares to provide seatbelt extenders.
Mandatory seatbelt extenders. Yeah, you heard that right. There will be no end to her demands at this rate. What she's asking for is above and beyond what would be considered reasonable accommodations. Who's going to pay for it when that vehicle's suspension gives out? Who's going to foot the bill when that vehicle's weight limit no longer holds you? Not Jae Bae, because in this world, she will never take accountability because nothing is ever her fault.
I'm on a mission to revolutionize the travel industry and make it a more accessible, accepting, accommodating place for all. The needs of plus-size travelers matter just as much as anybody else, and today I'm going to cover what we are looking for in accessible, size-inclusive hotel amenities. Size-inclusive hotel amenities are crucial for ensuring that plus-size travelers feel welcomed, accommodated, and comfortable during their stay. We deserve an environment that respects our needs and body diversity. These are the exact steps that hotels can take to be more size-inclusive and accessible for travelers of all sizes. Number 1 on the list, provide sturdy, wider chairs without armrests in guest rooms, lobbies, and common areas to accommodate different body sizes and types.
I mean, to have a variety of seating, yeah, sure, fine. But some people need those armrests. I would not want to put my grandma in a seat that doesn't have armrests because then she'd have trouble getting back up out of the seat. But I guess the only person that Jae Bae can consider is herself.
Number 2 on the list, ensure beds with strong support and a higher weight capacity, along with providing reinforced chairs and wider bathroom facilities. Number 3, make elevators and hallways spacious to allow for easy movement of larger individuals and those utilizing mobility devices.
Okay, now we're getting a bit silly because Jae Bae, these things cost money. I really don't think she understands the concept of that. There are already building codes and accessibility standards that require hallways to have enough space for wheelchair users. If you want to be fat, go ahead and be fat, but don't go complaining when you outgrow a hallway. If Jae Bae had a look at any building code or accessibility standard, then she would know that these things already exist. They may not exist in every room of a hotel, but depending on the hotel's size, there's going to be regulations on how many rooms in that hotel have to be wheelchair or handicap accessible. She's not bothering to do any research of her own here, and she's just making blind demands like an angry 400-pound toddler.
Number 4, install grab bars in showers and near toilets. Offer adjustable handheld shower heads and raised toilet seats for added accessibility.
Raising a toilet to assist one person will hinder another. There are averages that we have to design for, and if you fall well above that average, then you're the problem, not the toilet or the hallway.
Number 5, train staff to be respectful, understanding, and accommodating to travelers of all sizes. Number 6, provide pool lifts and handrails at the entry of the pool. This will allow for plus-size guests and guests with different abilities to enjoy all amenities.
Again, this is already a requirement. What kind of pool is she going to that doesn't have a handrail on the stair? Now, pool lifts aren't going to be at every pool. There just isn't enough demand, and it would be a waste of resources. And this, I think, is really where Jae Bae has missed the mark. Instead of complaining and just demanding more, she could have provided some help to give these people easier access to information to know where to go to have these facilities that they need. It just doesn't make sense to have these facilities at every single location.
Number 7, hotel restaurants should have roomy seating options and sturdy chairs, ensuring that everybody can dine comfortably. Number 8, offer larger beach and pool seating. Provide oversized loungers and seating at the beach and pool areas, allowing travelers of all sizes and abilities to be comfortable. Number 9, hotels should provide size-inclusive bathrobes. These should go up to a size 6X and beyond.
And beyond? What does that even mean? This is what I mean when her demands are just never going to end. At this point, just bring your own towel and robes? I've never even been to a hotel that gives you a robe. Her privilege is really showing here, and I don't think she even sees it.
And hotels should also provide bath sheets or plus-size friendly towels so that travelers of all sizes and abilities can use them comfortably. And last but not least, this is an important one. Display clear and accurate information on these amenities on hotel websites. Include weight limits, seat dimensions, and things like that. And include information on the size-inclusive amenities available. This will help plus-size travelers make informed decisions. By implementing these size-inclusive hotel amenities, hotels can become more inclusive and accommodating.
Now, this I can kind of get behind. It makes sense to have weight limits and to have those weight limits easily accessible to potential customers. You should know what to expect when you're booking somewhere. But this isn't really what Jae Bae seems to be asking for in the majority of her videos. Instead, she wants infinite weight limits. But what do you think? Are Jae Bae's demands reasonable? Let me know in the comments below. And guys, please don't go to her page leaving nasty comments. Please be nice to her. Clearly, she has a lot on her plate.
For years, we've been told fat is the enemy, that our bodies are the problem. But here's the truth. The real issue isn't our bodies, it's the system that profits off of our oppression.
Weight is influenced by genetics, environment, metabolism, and other factors beyond personal control. It's not simply a result of poor decisions or lack of willpower. Health is not determined by size. Many factors contribute to a person's health, including genetics, environment, mental health, and access to care.
Today, we're diving into the latest updates on Jae Bae because, well, I looked away for a minute and a lot happened. And if you're not familiar with Jae Bae, I have covered her backstory in a previous video.
You deserve to feel comfortable and confident wherever you go. Using mobility aids is a sign of strength and self-care.
Fat people are allowed to eat what they want.
Where we talked about how she rose to fame with her viral petition advocating for size-inclusive travel, which included popular demands such as wider hallways in hotels.
Number 3, make elevators and hallways spacious to allow for easy movement of larger individuals and those utilizing mobility devices.
And you can check out those videos, which will be linked above and below in the description. But today, we're covering everything from her trip to FatCon in 2025 to her latest money-making schemes, including a GoFundMe, which she claims is to save her life. And of course, we have to talk about how on February 28th, Jae Bae found herself behind bars. And since that's the hot news right now, why don't we start there? But to really explain the whole story, we need to go back about 3 weeks to show how the whole thing developed. Now, before we really dive into the details, I want to make it clear that a lot of this is speculation. Not a lot of facts are known right now, and Jae Bae has yet to give us much clarity on the situation, with one of her recent posts on Instagram being edited to include a disclaimer: legal notice, I am in the process of addressing serious concerns regarding this event. Details will be shared per my attorney's guidance. So let's start with what we do know. Back in early to mid-February 2025, Jae Bae started excitedly posting about attending an event in San Diego hosted by the Festival Babes, a EDM group. Jae Bae has never once posted about being into electronic dance music or even shown any sort of feigning interest in it, but suddenly it was her dream to work with these people. And like, fine, whatever, you can be a fan in silence, and you don't have to post about every single interest you have. It just makes me raise an eyebrow. But whatever, moving on. Fast forward to February 15th, when this event was said to take place. Jae Bae claimed that she was personally invited and promised a VIP guest experience. But according to Jae Bae, things didn't go as expected. Jae Bae alleged that she was humiliated and that her well-being was blatantly disregarded. And funny enough, I think this is actually the same phrasing that she used during that whole SeaTac airport fiasco, but I guess that's just the way she speaks. Jae Bae further claimed that this VIP experience that she apparently was promised didn't even exist. She then claimed that she was left stranded, abandoned. She was dismissed and ignored. And I did try reaching out to one of the reps at Festival Babes, but I don't really expect to hear anything back. I am a very small creator and even smaller on Instagram. Plus, this might be a legal issue at this point, so they might not be able to say even if they wanted to. So for now, we only have half of one side of the story. We have what Jae Bae is willing to claim happened, with some teasers that she's going to reveal more later. But we have yet to hear anything from the Festival Babes and what went down according to their side of the story. And now this whole Festival Babes thing is not even the reason that Jae Bae racked up some charges for herself. No, this is only part of the backstory. Because according to Jae Bae, this ordeal with the Festival Babes led to her needing to go to the hospital where she nearly died of sepsis.
Hey guys. So, I'm sorry that I went MIA. I came to cover an event, and I ended up in a hospital bed. There's more to come soon. But I just need you to know I'm safe for now. And I'll be sharing more very soon. Thank you for everyone who's reached out. It means so much to me. More than you'll ever... More than any of you will ever truly know. So thank you. I love you all.
And sepsis is a life-threatening condition. It's when the body's response to an infection just goes haywire, damaging its own tissues and organs. And it can develop in infections that aren't properly treated, which is especially dangerous for somebody in Jae Bae's condition. Someone with pre-existing health conditions, including morbid obesity, pulmonary hypertension, limited mobility, and her dependence on an oxygen tank. But after this ordeal and nearly dying, she later posted to Instagram. However, she was no longer pointing to the Festival Babes as the root of her problems. In this post, she wrote, "Update, I am now safe. My perpetrator is going to be served. I have a chat with police department number. I am safe and his family and what they've done to me will be exposed. And I'm not threatening anyone. But that's what God has told me. I thank you all for the help that you've given me, but I no longer need your help." And I'm not exactly sure what she means by no longer needing help. This post was linked to her GoFundMe to help save her life, with over $1,000 already being raised as of filming. Anyway, she goes on to say, "I am a survivor of domestic violence," which we will now refer to as DV because YouTube does not like sensitive topics. "I am a survivor of DV, and honestly, when you hear the story, it's going to bring tears to your eyes. Thank you for your support at this time. I have nothing else to say. Once I'm ready, I will share my story with you. After a severe illness that nearly took my life and dealing with an relationship, I'm finally starting to get the care and support I need. But I'm not out of the woods yet, and right now, I'm in a hotel, trying to find a way out of this town and away from the danger that I've been living in." And this story that she posted to her Instagram largely mirrors what she had written in her GoFundMe, with part of the description reading that, "For over a year, and even longer in some ways, I've been fighting relentless trauma, isolation, and abuse. I was trapped in a controlling, abusive relationship that drained every part of me, leaving scars that run deep, both physically and emotionally. I was forced to mask my suffering, while the public only saw fragments of a life I no longer recognize as my own. And big disclaimer here, this is all alleged. This is only one half of one side of the story. Jae Bae has not named who her perpetrator is, but it's pretty clear that she's referring to her partner. Or her ex-partner, I should say. And I really hate to not believe the victim in situations like this, but Jae Bae has been known to stretch the truth. So it's very hard to know what might have actually happened. And a couple things also have me questioning her narrative a bit. First, with her history of just adoring being a victim and her overarching victim mentality. But also, while her partner and her partner's family have largely been silent, Redditors dug up a couple of questionable things. First, I don't know how somebody would have even noticed this or found this, but one Redditor took this screenshot, which showed that Jae Bae's partner liked a comment that speculated about one of Jae Bae's charges for misuse of 911. And we'll get into all those charges in just a minute. But according to the commenter, they speculated, I think Jae falsely accused Jae Bae's partner of DV/physical and emotional abuse. Then went off the rails calling 911 and saying she feared for her life because of him and his family. And while all this is just speculation, Jae Bae's partner liked that comment. And while this is rather insignificant, it does make me wonder what his side of the story is. The other oddity in all of this is a message that Jae Bae received from her partner's family, which she then freely posted to her stories on Instagram. And I believe this to be the mother of Jae Bae's partner, which I'll refer to as the mother-in-law. And she also makes reference to the father of Jae Bae's partner, which I'll refer to as the father-in-law. So apparently the mother-in-law wrote to Jae Bae, I'm sorry you are going through a breakup. Let me set some things straight. The father-in-law and I welcomed you into our family, gave you a home to live in even though it was very difficult for us. Our family has given you food and money on many occasions. You have never been abused. Jae Bae's partner worked hard to support you through illness with no expectations in return. He loved you. Breakups are hard on both parties, but to put the blame all on one side and take no responsibility is not the way adults behave. Jae Bae has not been known to take accountability for anything, nor has she shown much maturity in any of her actions, or rather, inactions. And again, all allegations and speculation at this point, but this does point to some major cracks in Jae Bae's narrative, that she was trapped and isolated by her partner and her partner's family. Now, back to the arrest and Jae Bae's charges. That post about her being in hospital with sepsis and nearly dying, where she claimed that she was discharged to a hospital as safe refuge, that was all on or around February 22nd. Only a few days later, on February 28th, Jae Bae was booked by Benton County Corrections in Washington on 6 charges. Now, 4 of those charges were released or dropped by the court during her arraignment on March 4th. But that doesn't mean that those charges didn't happen. It just means that she's not being charged for those offenses. So the charges that were dropped include misuse of 911, interference with a healthcare facility, obstruction of a law enforcement officer, and criminal trespass, which leaves 2 remaining charges, including resisting arrest and assault, which was categorized as a Class C felony. Now, starting with the charges that she's still facing. First, resisting arrest, which is pretty self-explanatory. And second, assault. Because this assault was classified as a Class C felony, this suggests that Jae Bae either assaulted a police officer or a member of hospital staff. Assaulting either of those groups would justify this charge. The other possibility is that she assaulted someone with a weapon. But I don't know, that just doesn't seem as likely to me, especially considering that she was also resisting arrest. Now, looking at the dropped charges, because I think those can give a little bit more insight into what could have happened. As outlined by a few Reddit users, as well as some users on the forums, if this all happened while Jae Bae was in the hospital, it's possible that she refused to leave when she was discharged, perhaps calling 911 and claiming to be by the hospital staff, then further refusing to leave once police arrive, perhaps then prompting her to push or shove or even slap a nurse or officer. And this sort of scenario would rack up all those charges. Misuse of 911, interfering with the healthcare facility, and criminal trespass on that healthcare facility for refusing to leave, then obstructing the officer, refusing to be arrested, and eventually this assault charge. This is all just speculation and theory, but it does fit nicely together. Others have also speculated that perhaps Jae Bae called 911 and claimed a by her partner, which then could have potentially led to all the charges. Both scenarios, I guess, are somewhat plausible, but there are a couple of wrinkles. First being that Jae Bae was hospitalized after this whole ordeal with sepsis after attending this Festival Babes thing in San Diego. So how did she end up in Washington with all these charges? Also, this all happened just before 4:30 a.m., which is a really weird time to be discharged. So that really leaves a big question mark in the whole storyline and possible causes for her arrest. So while in editing, I did notice something that I missed. Jae Bae also posted a story where she admitted to calling 911 and police were on their way. So it does seem that there was an event, some catalyst unrelated to her sepsis and hospital stay, that prompted her to call. However, I still don't know what would have caused the interference with healthcare facility or trespassing charges if that were the case.
I did not want to have to do this. I've tried to figure out what I was meant to do. And today something happened that I cannot allow to happen to anybody else. You know my I don't know what's going to happen from here, but the police are on their way. They're 15 minutes out. I will let you know when I can what happens, okay? But I need you guys to know I'm safe. And there's lots of things you will learn. Okay? Thank you. Thank you for your understanding. Thank you for your kind words. Thank you for giving me the courage and the strength to do this. But most of all, I have to thank God, because I would not be alive had today not played out the way it did. You will understand one day, I promise. But for now, I'm going to be gone, and I don't know how long I'm going to be gone. But please know that I am safe.
As of filming this video, we haven't heard much more from Jae Bae. Nothing from her partner and nothing from her partner's family. Her charges have not been resolved, her release date is still blank, and she has a $2,500 bail. And that $2,500 bail is still active, meaning that no one came to her rescue to bail her out of jail. And finally, we get to the competency evaluation. On March 5th, the court ordered for a competency review hearing to be scheduled on the 19th. And in the notes for this, there was a code ESH, which refers to the Eastern State Hospital in Washington. And that's where they evaluate whether or not a defendant, Jae Bae in this case, is competent to stand trial. Now, I don't know exactly what Jae Bae said or did to trigger this review, but I would have loved to be a fly on the wall during those court proceedings. So yeah, that's the story so far. We are still in the dark about a lot of details, but I wanted to shed a little light and speculation while the story is still fresh. But I'm sure we'll be hearing more from at least Jae Bae on this matter. And I have heard some chatter about potentially getting body cam footage eventually, but who knows if the officers even had their body cams on or were equipped with those. And even if they did, that sort of stuff takes ages to get out to the public. So it's really no use waiting for that before speculating on this story a bit. Now, before we wrap up this chapter, I wanted to mention that Jae Bae said that she is willing to share more of her story to those of you who reach out to her directly. And I am absolutely not going to be doing that, and I highly recommend you do not do that either. First off, if I did message her, that would be private and I would not share it here. Second, y'all know my views on this lady. She would absolutely not talk to me. But third, and most importantly, she does seem to be going through some sort of mental crisis right now. And even if we don't like this lady, bombarding her with messages and hate or even questions is not the right move. Jae Bae feeds off of attention, and she will twist any sort of criticism into bullying to gain sympathy. And at this point, the best thing that any of you can do is just let her fade off into irrelevancy. So let's just let her fizzle off. We don't need to keep fueling this leech on society. And why, you may ask, do I call Jae Bae a leech? Well, let's talk about that. So going back a few steps, remember Jae Bae's fundraiser? The one she insisted she doesn't need your help in because she's in God's hands now or something? Well, despite that, she has set a goal of $1,600, which is already up from her initial post on Instagram stating a $1,000 goal. And look, on one hand, I get it. The US medical system is absolute trash. Even with insurance, you can rack up some really nasty bills. But Jae Bae admitted in her GoFundMe that at 28, as a disabled person with no financial safety net and virtually no family to turn to, I now face the impossible task of rebuilding my shattered life. So, 28 years old, no savings, no emergency fund, no friends, and no family to turn to. And let's not forget that she already filed for bankruptcy way back in 2019. She would have been, what, like 22, 23 at that time? I don't even know how you managed to go so far off the rails that in your early 20s, you're already filing for bankruptcy.
This is disgusting, immature behavior. Personal loan, what's it for? $21,463 at 8%. What is this possibly for? You're going to Disney when we have an 8% $22,000 loan?
And then, just 6 or 7 years later, she's still in a situation where she could just be homeless at the drop of a hat. She has dug herself in a hole that she just cannot escape from. And her health is not only adding to her financial stress, but also very likely limiting the opportunities that she otherwise would have if she were a normal size. All those entry-level jobs, manual labor, things that she just cannot do at her size. And yes, Jae Bae is also disabled, independent of her size, but her obesity is making her conditions worse. Still, despite these limitations, Jae Bae still has some options to make some money. She has over 50,000 subscribers on her YouTube channel. If she actually put effort into making good content, she could turn that audience into some real income. She has done collaborations, she has promoted brands. She was even repping this scooter company just a few weeks ago, zipping around like a baddie. And yeah, her views on YouTube are kind of in the shit right now, but she could always go back to making fashion hauls for the feeders. That was doing reasonably well for her. Now, to be fair, medical fundraisers can absolutely be valid. Nobody should feel ashamed for asking for help when they truly need it, and unexpected health crises can leave anyone in financial ruin. Crowdfunding has become a necessity for many people dealing with medical bills, even those who were financially stable before. But this isn't Jae Bae's first rodeo. And while this particular fundraiser may be justified, given her situation and the abruptness of its onset, Jae Bae's track record makes it hard to take this at face value. Just a month or so ago, she ran another GoFundMe, this time to support Jae's mission for fat liberation, which she raised $415 for. Now, what exactly was that $415 for? I have no earthly idea. And I don't think Jae Bae's followers really know either. And I'm skeptical whether Jae Bae can even fully articulate a reasoning for this. She talks about fighting for size-inclusive travel, fighting discrimination, and raising awareness, blah blah blah. But even the explanation on her GoFundMe, which she also included a video for, is just lackluster.
Hey friends, I'm here today with something a little different, and I'm gonna be real with you for a minute. As you all know, I've been on this journey for a long time, fighting for fat liberation, challenging fat phobia, and pushing for better representation, especially in travel, healthcare, and mental health. But I need to be honest with you, I can't do it alone anymore. I've never asked for donations before, but I've been putting so much of myself into this work, time, energy, and even my own well-being. And it's been tough. I've hit a point where I can't keep doing it all on my own, and that's why I'm reaching out. If you've ever felt like my content has resonated with you, or if you believe in this mission, I'm asking for your help. Your donations are going to fund a lot of important work, like reaching out to businesses and healthcare providers to help them understand the needs of fat folks, and creating resources to navigate fat phobia, and even doing in-person and virtual events to spread awareness. This isn't just about me. This is about all of us working to create a world where fat people feel seen, heard, and respected. Your donations will help gather real-world data on fat experiences in healthcare and travel, so we can actually push for change. We'll also be making materials to challenge fat phobia in public spaces and creating free resources for fat folks to thrive. This is about showing up for each other, and I know we can do something amazing if we come together. Every dollar is going towards making real change.
In her explanatory video, a commenter even questioned her, asking, "You don't actually list what you've done or show it. That would go a long way to showing what you mean to do. Saying this in a 1-minute video really isn't enough, given what you're asking." And further stating that, on one hand, you are being an activist for less awful treatment. This is great, and I approve. At the same time, you don't show any work towards this, instead creating so many shorts rage baiting and harming the cause by giving examples of incorrect stereotypes. And really amen to that. Jae Bae is not the face I would want to front a cause like this. She turns any real point that fat activists have into a total joke. And yeah, I agree that Jae Bae is just a lot of talk, without anything substantial to show for it. Anyway, in response, Jae Bae writes, "I totally get where you're coming from, and I appreciate you asking. What I've done is advocate for plus-size representation, accessibility, and equity, which includes starting a petition that brought attention to issues in the travel industry. That petition not only sparked a necessary conversation, but led to media coverage and thousands of people joining the push for change." I'm not sure that media coverage was positive, but she goes on to say, "You're right, words alone don't always carry weight, which is why I focus on action." And I would tend to disagree with that statement. I cannot point to one thing that Jae Bae has actually changed. And if anything, all the advocating that Jae Bae has done has only helped to shine a huge light on all the problems with fat acceptance when it's taken too far. Entitlement, victim mentality, and an unwillingness to accept any sort of responsibility or make any sort of change in themselves. Jae Bae's response is not really an answer to me. I think it's Jae Bae just trying to make a salary out of complaining. But that's just me. Feel free to prove me wrong and show me where those donations went aside from directly into her gullet. On top of all this, plus the mother-in-law's allegations that they had given Jae Bae food and money on several occasions and even a place to live, it just sounds like Jae Bae is committed to not actually doing any sort of work. Instead, relying on freebies mooched off of her fans, her family, and any brand that she can leech onto. And Jae Bae's shown many times all the free rides she gets, all the free nails and hair care and hotels that are fully paid for.
While I was in Las Vegas, Nevada, I had the privilege of experiencing the Tahiti Village Resort, and let me tell you, they did not disappoint. From the moment you step foot in this Polynesian-themed resort, you feel like you're in a tropical paradise. The first stop was our Bora Bora suite. A full kitchen in our suite? Heck yes. The bed was super comfortable, even for a plus-size couple like us. And check out this living room, so spacious. But y'all, when I got to the bathroom and saw this big jacuzzi tub, I had to give it a try. Put some Epsom salt in, hopped right in, and it was so relaxing.
All that plus her attending the FatCon in 2025. And I have no idea whether she got a free ride to that FatCon or whether she forked over the cash, paying up to $1,000 if she got the VIP pass. Add on to that the travel costs. And if she did pay for all that herself, I just question her priorities. And to me, it explains a bit about how she ended up bankrupt in her early 20s. But that FatCon did make her some easy content going forward. During the event, Jae Bae apparently was hosting a fat photo shoot, with the disclaimer that she had the right to use those photos in any way she wanted in the future. I don't know where I found this anymore. Maybe I hallucinated it, but I could have sworn I saw something to this effect written somewhere, but I just can't find it anymore. So take this with a grain of salt. I could be misremembering here, so sorry about that. So you get your pretty picture, but who knows what the slogan's going to be under it when 2 years later it shows up on a fat acceptance or health at every size page. But maybe I'm just being pessimistic. Maybe this was all totally wholesome and really was just to make plus size bodies feel liberated and beautiful. But I will reserve my right to be skeptical. And speaking of activism, let's check in with Jae Bae's petition to protect plus-size travelers. Jae Bae celebrated a supposed win with Southwest Airlines, now allowing plus-size passengers to have a free additional seat, or two. However, don't be mistaken here. Southwest Airlines' customer of size policy was in place before Jae Bae's petition. Southwest already had a policy that Jae Bae probably liked, and that she built off to demand even more from all airlines. Jae Bae's petition was started back in November 2023, and as of now, it's racked up 39,000 signatures of the 50,000 goal. It's a rather slow build, but clearly Jae Bae does have some support in this issue. That being said, once that 50,000 goal is met, I don't know what measures are in place to actually put these demands into action. However, some of the points that Jae Bae brings up in her petition do make sense. For example, she's asking for clear communication from airlines about their customers of size policy. And yeah, fair enough. If you're booking a flight, you should know what to expect. how seating works, what fees exist, and whether you're going to have a hard time squeezing into a seat that was clearly not designed for you. Jae Bae's petition states that airlines must create a set of policies, standards, and procedures for customers of size and communicate them in a clear, accessible, and easy to understand way. No argument there. Transparency is always a good thing, at least in my opinion. But then we get to some more controversial parts of her petition. She also demands that airlines must give passengers an additional free seat, or two, if they encroach onto another person's space. The petition states that to ensure a safe and comfortable flying experience for all passengers, airlines should provide accessible additional seats to customers of size who require more physical space on planes or encroach onto other passengers' space. These passengers should be provided with an extra free seat or even multiple seats to accommodate their needs and ensure their comfort and safety, as well as those around them during the flight. Who is going to pay for those extra seats? Because it's certainly not going to be the airline. It's going to be the other passengers through higher ticket fees. And the whole conversation around plus-size travel got even messier in 2023 when a viral story came out about a mother and daughter duo who were kicked off the plane in favor of a passenger of size or plus-size traveler.
They tell us on Southwest that we cannot go on the plane because it got overbooked and we cannot get in because I was on standby. Well, I wasn't on a standby. It wasn't my ticket. I purchased the ticket, and they couldn't get. So it's me, my daughter, and her friend. Me with two teenagers. We can't get in on the plane. Later to find out that there's a person of size that did not purchase two tickets, but was being accommodated. And that is why we could not get in on the airplane and about to get stuck outside the country.
Except it doesn't seem that that's actually what happened. According to the airline itself, there was no denied boarding on that flight. What did happen was likely some kind of reservation error. So this whole narrative of fat people stealing seats was just blown out of proportion. That said, there actually was a documented case of a passenger being forced off a flight in favor of accommodating a plus-size passenger instead. And I agree with the airlines in this specific decision. This story actually happened back in 2010, back when the customer of size policy was called the passenger of size policy and abbreviated as POS. According to the story, the POS, I'm so sorry, was an unaccompanied minor, a 14-year-old girl, and the person who was booted off was an adult passenger who wasn't originally booked on the flight. So in that case, I do agree with the airline's decision. An unaccompanied minor needing an additional seat for safety and comfort takes precedence over an adult who wasn't even booked on the flight originally. To me, that just sort of makes sense. Should her or her parents have paid for that additional seat? Probably. But this is just one case showing that situations like this need to be handled on a case-by-case basis. It would be helpful if airlines did have some standardized way of dealing with these types of situations, especially as the population grows larger and larger and we're bound to have more of these situations occur. Because while the simple solution is just to buy an additional seat, I've heard that this is oftentimes very difficult, with some airlines selling your additional seat once the flight becomes more booked. So despite the controversy, Jae Bae might have actually done something here. People are definitely talking about airlines needing to deal with passengers who are classified as a POS. So congratulations, Jae Bae. Through all the spiraling and crash outs, crying about freeloading and receiving free gifts and exclusive VIP treatment, you finally got the POS treatment that you deserve. We have breaking news, guys. Finally, an update on Jae Bae. And this is not clickbait. The body cam footage from Jae Bae's arrest is out, and we also have new details about her charges after she was found incompetent to stand trial. Back in February of 2025, Jae Bae was very suddenly arrested, and rumors and speculation quickly started flowing about what really happened and why. And now I did cover this back when it all went down, and I had my fair share of speculations too. As a very quick recap before we get into looking at the actual body cam footage, you and I are gonna watch this together. When the news first broke that Jae Bae had been arrested, the main theory was that she had been involved in some sort of physical altercation with her now ex-fiance. Around that time, Jae Bae had been very vocal about dealing with sepsis, and she had even put out a GoFundMe to try to raise money to get her out of this situation. So when the arrest report came out showing multiple charges, it seemed to paint a picture of Jae Bae initially getting into some sort of altercation with her then fiance, leading to this initial assault charge, which in turn maybe led to her calling 911, which could lead to the abuse of 911 charge, and after some point being kicked out of the hospital, which then could have led to the trespassing charge and the interference with healthcare facility charge. She also had another assault charge that was noted as a felony, which led people to believe that she had also lashed out at either the arresting officer or some member of hospital staff. And if it was an assault on an officer, this also sort of made sense considering that she also had a charge of resisting arrest. But at the time, of course, this was all just speculation. However, after I released the video covering the speculation around Jae Bae's arrest, I found out that her then fiance came online over a week later and claimed to not even know that Jae Bae was in jail. So this brought up a lot of questions on how she got arrested in the first place. So with all that being said, let's just jump into the body cam footage together and see what actually went down. And also a huge thank you to the channel that posted this body cam footage. I will have them linked below. They are called the Arrest Cam, and they do seem to do a lot of these body cam footage type videos. So definitely go check them out if you are interested in that sort of topic. And also a big thank you to some of the comments and my subscribers who let me know about the existence of this video. I really do appreciate it. Anyway, let's get into it. And just as a note, there is an intro to this video that we're just breezing on past.
Officers responded to a call made by hospital staff in reference to Jaelynn attacking her now ex-fiance over alleged infidelity.
Okay, so I guess the rumors were true. We had speculated that she had attacked her ex-fiance, and that does seem to be what the initial call was. However, I don't understand why the ex-fiance would later claim to not even know that she was in jail. So hopefully we'll figure that out, but just put a pin in that for now.
Hello.
I have some very unruly people.
So, apparently, how did she get up here? Did she come from Catholic?
The corner right next to Catholic, she called 911. And
okay, so Jae Bae also called 911. Okay, so there's several 911 calls. Like, I'm sorry, I shouldn't pause so much.
Rich and Fire was like we can't take her anywhere else. And I was like, no, that's fine, bring her here. And she was fine for a while, but now she's getting amped up and just being very verbally aggressive towards the staff.
So,
okay, sorry to pause again. I'm just trying to understand why the police are here and why she has this 911 arrest charge or misuse of 911 arrest charge, because it looks like she was at a different hospital, called 911 for this altercation with the ex-fiance, was transferred into this hospital, which is why maybe she did have another arrest charge on a separate day also for trespassing. So it seems like she was kicked out of one hospital, put into here, and now they're saying that she's being verbally aggressive. So it's hospital staff that have called the police again to come pick up Jae Bae, essentially.
Ramos has dealt with her before and has a number to her dad. So basically she meets Crisis is aware. She meets criteria, but no one can deal with her because of her size.
Sure. So, no one can deal with her because of her size. No one can deal with her because of the way she acts too, probably. That's why the hospital staff called, not because of her size, but because they can't deal with the way she's treating them. But also, apparently Jae Bae is well known to the police, so that doesn't look too great for her. Anyway, continue on.
So he's calling her dad on the way up here to see because apparently he came and picked her up once before. And we'll see if we can go that route. But, I mean, she has the ability to go to Crisis, but they don't have any place that can handle her. So.
Again, handle her. That's interesting wording, because they were talking, are they talking about, oh, you can see her in the background there, guys? Oh no. Oh no, she's just sitting there like a log. I'm sorry, I got distracted. What was I saying? So they don't know how to handle her, both physically and because she can't be handled. Anyway, I'm sorry, just look at her there.
That's the problem.
And then this lady in the gray sweater is also getting involved. And I was trying to deal with one situation, and then she started yelling at me as well. She's quite angry, but also saying that we are harassing Jaelynn.
Okay.
Look at that smile from this nurse. Like, she just knows that Jae Bae is just putting all this up on it as a show. Like, it's not getting past this nurse. Like, look at that face. Look at that face. That is the face of someone who is done dealing with Jae Bae's bullshit and is just ready to let the cops take over.
You know, sometimes the fights are too much for me and I just get tired and don't want to do it.
My name's Officer Lay with Kennewick PD.
Hi, I'm Jaelynn. IGR. Well, my birth name is Jaelynn. IGR.
Okay.
Born on.
Okay.
I know people said that Amber Lynn had the trout mouth, but holy crap, I don't think I've seen a trout mouth like that before. Oh my god.
Fortunately, I filed many reports. Well, I've been trying to file many reports. Actually, what started here when they hired a fake actor. That was really cool to come in and stuff. But I could tell you all about it down at the police department if you want. I don't know.
Okay. Maybe we need to hear more of her story, because now she's going on about some fake actors, which sounds, I don't know if she's putting this on for a show or if she's just actually going insane. She seems to think that these are paid actors around her, or she's saying that anyway.
I was being called here because I thought I was having a mental health crisis because they made me seem that way. But they know what they're doing, and unfortunately these paid actors are now involved. I've tried to let them know that they should have left, but
so what's going on today, Jaelynn?
I called the FBI.
She didn't call the police, she called the FBI. Okay. I don't know what's going on with her. Obviously the hospital staff are done with her, so if she is in some sort of psychosis thinking that there's paid actors around her and she needs to call the FBI, the nurses aren't believing that. So, and it looks like several different hospitals are not believing that. So I'm sort of on the side with them because we're only hearing part of the story here, and I have a feeling that she's probably putting up a front to make it look like she's going into psychosis or something so that she can chill at the hospital a little longer.
Needed crisis. I had my SARC stuff that was getting done at Cadillac, which I figured out is where I was kidnapped from the or I was born there.
Wait. Okay. What? Okay. So she mentioned SARC there, SARC. That stands for this acronym. So apparently she was somehow kidnapped. Again, I don't know if this is her playing into the idea of, oh, I'm going through psychosis, you have to take care of me, I'm just going through a mental health crisis, or more likely, like all the hospital staff at multiple hospitals have already sort of been through with her bullshit. This is just more bullshit and her saying whatever she needs to say to make it seem like they need to take care of her.
Kidnap, that whole thing, you know what I'm saying?
But you know what I'm saying, like that. No, I don't know what you're saying, Jae Bae.
But I'm waiting for SARC to call. They disconnected that phone, so it won't work. If you pick it up, it won't work.
Okay.
You want to try calling from it?
So the whole...
I know your thing isn't on, so...
It's on.
Oh, the trout mouth. The way that the officer is just like breezing past all the nonsense that Jae Bae is talking about, or Jaelynn, whatever. Like, he's not entertaining any of it. Any of it.
They disconnected that phone, so it won't work. If you pick it up, it won't work.
Okay.
You want to try calling from it?
So the whole...
I know your thing isn't on, so...
It's on.
And I just love the way that the officer, like, to everything that Jae Bae is saying, he just, like, doesn't even entertain it. Just, like, breezes on past, continuing on. Yes, you're being recorded, Jae Bae.
It's recording.
It is? Okay, cool.
Blinking red. So what's the whole situation right now? You're just waiting for SARC?
No, I've been trying to get a hold of SARC.
You're trying to get a hold of SARC?
But somehow people kept coming to me that were like, we're Cadillac, and you guys thought I was faking, and then I was thinking I'm crazy, so I haven't seen a single thing on TV, and I knew something was wrong when they kept playing Fox 11, and then
Did she just say that she knew something was up when they started playing Fox 11? Oh, God.
It would start, you know, something wrong, you know what's up. They've left me naked, though.
You know what's up. Wait, she just said that they left her naked. Wait. Continue, please.
I literally thought I was coming to get help, and I thought maybe God really did bring me here. And then when Lord's was weird, I was like, okay, this is weird. And then when not all, but certain PD members were threatening me and extorting me, that's when I was like, shit's weird.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so now I'm like on the fence. Like, she sounds like she's like legit going through some sort of psychosis, which makes me confused because like wouldn't nurses and doctors and stuff pick up on that? You would think. I know that like healthcare in America is not great, and I know that like mental health is also, or mental health care is also not that great. But she's sounding like a type 3 diabetic, and if you know the reference to that, type 3 is Alzheimer's. She's honestly sounding delusional, and I hope that we get more evidence that this is just all an act, because right now this, like, she does need to be locked up in a mental facility. Holy crap.
Weird, dude. I'm not crazy.
That's exactly what a crazy person would say.
I feel safe in this Tri-Cities? Absolutely not, and I need to get the out, but that's why I wanted you guys to arrest me earlier.
Okay, so she wants to be arrested, and by earlier I guess she means the prior arrest where she was also trespassing on a different healthcare facility. Okay.
What's your plan to get out of Tri-Cities?
I don't know. I was gonna wait for SARC, but they told me they would need to get me to one of the places they gave me. I have an evidence bag.
Okay.
They went through my evidence bags thinking they could find my laptop and my phone, which were supposed to be with Jerome. Probably in prison now.
Okay.
I haven't watched a single bit of social media.
Who's in prison? I missed that. I don't know. Who is she talking about? Who's in prison? Is this part of the psychosis? I don't know. And I keep calling it that. We don't know. It could be an act.
Media news since the 23rd. I don't know, since my phone and all that shit started going wonky. So I was trying to go to the police station so I could tell people like this, what Kara and all these fake actors are doing, and how
again with the fake actors. So she's really putting on this bit. I am curious to see, like, as things progress and as she actually, I know she does like actually get escorted off the property. So I'm curious to see if her tune changes, if she drops the psychosis act once things get more real. But for right now, she's really playing into it with these fake actors, and trying to like save the world or whatever and tell authorities about these fake actors. But anyway,
hospitals do what they do, and I thought they were literally treating me as a patient, but I'm tired. I haven't slept in literally 20 days.
Now I know you're lying. What is she doing for 20 days if she's not sleeping? Like, what can she do? Obviously, that's a lie, or obviously she doesn't know what the word literally means, which is pretty common these days.
Doesn't even sound humanly possible.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I was trying to pray for these people because I thought they were legit patients, and I thought I ruined their reputation or something because I kept hearing Jaelynn on the news, but I can never see Jaelynn on the news.
What? What? Why is Jaelynn on the news? What is she talking about? Oh my gosh, she's really playing it up. Oh my gosh. Like, if this is legit, like, I don't know what she's like as a person, like, on a good day. Apparently, she was suffering from sepsis as well, and that's a very serious medical issue. Psychosis induced by sepsis, is that a thing? If so, she does need medical attention, right? Right? Like, if this is actually how she's being right now, I fear that she does need immediate medical attention. But again, why is she being kicked out then from 2 different hospitals?
Do you have any family in the area, Jaelynn?
Yeah, my dad, Jerome.
Where does
7.5. Okay. I couldn't tell what was real and what was fake.
Would you want Dad to come and pick you up?
So she specifically said she couldn't tell what was real and what was fake. So she is somewhat aware that she's in psychosis. You would think, or I would think, I'm not a mental health care professional, so I don't know, but I would think that somebody in psychosis wouldn't know to say they don't know what's real or fake, because wouldn't they wholeheartedly believe in what their psychosis is telling them? Or I guess it could be fluid. I don't know these things. What am I even talking about?
I sure would.
Do you have a phone number for Dad?
He has my phone, so if you call it, it should work.
So what's your phone number?
Now it's all coming to me.
Okay, what's your phone number?
My phone number is 564. Wait, no, I need a mental eval. 653.
653?
The other ones are okay now. So we're just...
The other ones? The other ones? I don't know who he's referring to. I wish I did.
Dealing with her. Having to get a hold of Dad.
Dad will not come.
Dad will not come. Oh gosh, look at his face there too. He says it with a smile. Oh my god.
She burned those bridges.
Okay.
So that was really quiet. He said she burned those bridges.
She said that he tried to help her out, try to contact crisis as well.
She's saying something about Sark. I don't know what Sark would be doing to help her, but
so she filed an allegation that she was sexually assaulted, but it's
Okay, so there we go. As I said before, that SARC. So it does seem like she's filing charges probably against, I would assume, the ex-fiance.
I read the report yesterday, and it's unbound. She's just going on and on. It got referred to CID, but there's no evidence of anything.
Okay.
So they basically just, that didn't happen, moving on. It seems like everybody's dismissing her, nobody's playing along with her bullshit, and everybody's caught on that she's just a big fat liar. Great.
Well, would Dad be...
Dad should know. Dad's bad guy. Dad's bad guy. I tried to call welfare check on him.
Mm-hmm.
I need a mental health eval though, but clearly all the hospitals are now shut down in the Tri-City.
Again, I guess this is part of Jae Bae's possibly, allegedly, fabricated psychosis delusions.
Is that what I'm getting at? Or they at least have all trespassed me because they've done really bad things to me.
We've got like 2 hospitals here.
Two more left?
No, I mean there's Cadillac or Trios. That's one of the
Well,
other.
I've been trespassed from all of them,
Okay.
but Cadillac.
Okay, so she does confirm that she was kicked out of the last hospital. That doesn't mean it's shut down, Jae Bae.
I was actually going to be safe at. They thought all of a sudden though that I was going to sue them, and then they started acting crazy.
They started acting crazy. They don't just randomly kick patients out because they're scared of patients suing them. Like, I'm sure, given Jae Bae's history, she probably did do something to make them think that she'd probably try to sue them. But they're the crazy ones. Okay, I do not believe that, Jae Bae.
I don't know. So I think we should probably go to Dad's house. We should probably go to Dad's house and let me talk to Dad. Cause,
I can give Dad a call and see if he can come swing by and pick you up. Okay.
Dad already said, I'm done with you, though. Like, she doesn't have anywhere to go.
I guess let's see if he's legit, you know.
Okay.
I don't know.
I'll give your dad a call real quick. Okay. Give me a second.
Yeah.
Yep. No worries. She's willing to have me come with you. That's
you guys coming out now?
That's right.
Dad won't pick her up because she's been acting like that.
Yeah.
Her dad won't come get her. Well, then I guess
He's got a little kid at home and she has been scaring the crap out of him. So.
is that your guys' wheelchair?
yes. She has no clothes on, just so you know.
Oh, this nurse. Just so you know, she's completely naked under there. Oh, jeez. She even has to laugh at her. She even finds it funny. So this is not a usual thing. Jae Bae was making it out like they just left her there naked, but clearly the nurse knows that this is like an unusual thing.
Did she come in that way?
Mm-hmm. That makes it so much better. Like the nurse is confused why she arrived in the nude. Oh, and this poor officer. He's had enough. Oh, he's had enough too. Oh my god, everybody's just in a state right now.
Ambulance.
From Cadillac.
Lords.
She's got the Albany Hospital.
She's got her ticket out. She knows exactly what she's doing.
Oh, there we go. Okay, this nurse knows what's up. She said there she knows exactly what she's doing. So that gives me more belief that this is just Jae Bae acting like a little toddler and trying to pretend her way out of this situation, pretend like she's in a medical emergency so that she can stick around and be taken care of by the hospital because she's got nowhere left to go.
Oh, they don't want you here, and your dad is not willing to come help you because you burned that bridge. So what are you gonna do?
And honestly, like, that's a tough situation. Like, she's essentially homeless. So first hospital didn't want her. This hospital doesn't want her. Her dad doesn't even want to take her in. And she's gotten into this spat with her now ex-fiance. So he doesn't want to have her around. She's literally got nowhere to go. So I kind of half feel for her, but the way that she deals with situations, just, oh boy.
I got a whole packet of information from SARC when they were doing my rape kit today.
Well, Sark's not available at this
I
time,
know,
so what are you
I can
gonna
go
do?
to one of the shelters that they listed. I just need a phone because I don't know where mine is. I could tell you everything at the police station.
Well, that report's already been taken, so we don't need to rehash that again.
Then yeah, can you guys help me get my stuff? This is how they left me though, and I literally cannot.
They left. Who is they? That nurse just said that she arrived naked. How did Jae Bae end up naked? I don't understand.
I have
Where did your clothes go from wherever you were at to start with?
My rape kit at Sark, the Sark rape kit at.
Okay, I really don't understand what's going on. So she had this rape kit, which I'm gonna need to bleep a lot of words. I'm sorry about that, guys. So she had this rape kit at Sark, fully in the nude, and then just left in the nude. Like, how does that make any sense? We need that side of the story too, guys.
Cabinet where they discharged. Remember when they trespassed me? I have all the evidence. It's all in there. If you guys take me down to the police station, we can talk.
Well, I don't need to take you there because we can't have you hanging out there either.
Okay, then.
Nobody wants her. They don't even want her at the jail. Like, the police are aware too that she's just trying to hang out at the jail.
Because it's
I
closed.
have a packet of information. They
Okay.
just their phone. They weren't letting me call out other than 911. They were trying to monitor all the calls.
I don't think that's the case, but
Oh my gosh, this officer is great. He's just not taking any of it. Not entertaining anything she's saying. Like, oh, they're monitoring my calls. I don't think that's the case.
I know. Does
that phone work?
Whatever they're saying is accurate, then.
Is it like I have to dial 9 to get out, or?
Yeah, you just have to tell.
Okay. Find a phone number. We'll give you a second to try to figure that out. And then you can come over here and use this phone.
I don't have a motor scooter. I don't know where it's at. So my dad.
Where did her motor scooter go? How did she end up in this situation where she has nothing on her anymore? Not even clothes.
Moto. Oh.
She says she has a number for a shelter from Sark from
Yeah,
her
my
stuff,
whole
so
Sark packet.
we'll let her try to make a phone call.
But yeah, I'll make phone calls from here.
Well, you don't have a lot of time to make phone calls,
Okay, well,
but you can make a.
They are so done with her. You get one call, lady, then you're out of here. And the way she's like shuffling over with her freaking wheelchair, like she is trying so hard to get any pity points she can. Like, help me, I can't. Like,
phone call.
Okay, hold on.
And then if you can't find something after that, then we will help escort you off the property since they do not want you here.
Okay. Can we do that? Can we do that?
Do what?
Let's escort me off property in the wheelchair so I can at least not be naked.
Well, you won't.
how does that fix the problem? Then you're just outside and naked.
You get to keep the wheelchair because it belongs to the hospital.
So, do you guys have like an ambulance you can take these?
Nope, you would be able to walk yourself.
Oh, okay, well I can't.
Yes.
You can't. Okay, Jae Bae.
I've seen you do it multiple times.
I need medical attention.
2 hospitals and multiple doctors and nurses have already told her no. So, Jae Bae, it's time to start acting like an adult.
I need to talk to you guys.
Well, you're no longer welcome here, so
Okay.
you need to figure it out.
So I need to call Mirror Ministries. Can you?
All right, what's the phone number? Come on over here so you can have it here.
509. Or actually, no, there's one in here. There's one in here. There's one in here. It's right here.
Let me find out.
Here we go. 1-800. Here we go. 188. Oh no, 509. Let's try this one. Can you hang up and we call 1-888-84?
Oh my god. She's wasting these guys' time. God.
Is that one like an emergency
Who is she even calling?
or a sexual assault?
Yes.
Well, that's not what's occurred right now, so
Even the officer, look at the way he looks. She's trying to call an emergency line for sexual assault right now. Miss Ma'am, you are not in an emergency and being sexually assaulted right now. What the frick gave you the idea that you should be calling that emergency number?
you don't need to bother them with that.
Oh, okay.
You need some type of housing.
Oh, housing.
Unless you
Yeah. Like, what did you think is gonna happen? Like, what? Oh god.
want to just go out and walk down the street, that's fine too.
Yeah, let's do that. I'm just not
Okay.
naked. I don't feel comfortable doing that.
Well, you have blankets and something
No,
covering you.
I'll find my advocate's number in here. But just, oh, here is the card. I'm just on hold though, just in case they answer.
Oh, I don't think I quite caught it, but that officer, his expressions, I'm just loving it.
Cops like criminal court proceedings. Here we go. Boom. Here we go. Hit the thing. Can you hit the thing?
Absolute disgusting behavior. Like the demands that she's making, just like, go do that for me. Like just expecting it. Gosh, even in this situation.
Do I only get one call?
Can you come? Make the.
Nobody's putting up with her anymore. Officer is like, do it yourself. Oh, and the way she's like, oh, poor me, pity me.
Oh. $509.
So dial 9 first to get an outside line.
509. George, my trespass paperwork this time, Ramos.
Officer Lee is working on it.
Good. Make sure I get it in hand and copy before you guys escort me off the property.
Yeah, sure.
I'll be chilling here until you can.
So she's specifically asking for the trespassing charge. I don't know what she's trying to like prove something there. Like she thinks that she's in the right still, I guess.
Okay.
It's funny how they always call you Ramos. You seem to be involved in so many weird incidences. You remember KPD number? Oh wait, you don't.
Don't know what that was about, but she's familiar with this officer because he has been called out to her causing situations before, as we saw at the beginning of this video.
On hold. I think maybe we should call. Yeah, let me call this 181. Oh, see, you said 9 first.
Yep.
How many times does she have to be told? Like literal child.
1888. Right? Is that what it says?
She's giving me a headache. Can she not dial a number for herself?
Or is that not the case? Oh, they want to talk to law enforcement officers. But wait, that's not you, right?
What? What? Who is she calling that wants to talk to the law enforcement?
Remember though, I'm trespassed. Remember that drone that showed up earlier when you guys pushed me out of the thing? Oh, yeah, see, the phone's not working for me. You want to try it again? Here, I'll have you push the buttons. Ready?
No, you're an adult. You can push them by yourself.
Yes! I love it. These cops are just having none of her bullshit. I don't think she has ever had to like actually act like an adult or like do things for herself. She's always acted this way and people have always put up with it. So this is so nice to see.
It's not working when I do it.
Seemed to work fine for the nurse and seem fine. If you do that, you're just going to get a ticket then.
I just wanted to make sure I have Wallace and Ramos here with me.
Wait. Oh! She just called 911. The officer warned her too that she was going to get a ticket. That's where the abuse of 911. She literally just called 911 from the hospital with the police standing there. And she was warned.
Hi, I'm at Trio Southridge Hospital. You have Wallison and Ramos here with me. I need to get arrested at this point because I have a lot to tell you about. Oh my god.
Oh my god. This is where the charge for the abuse of 911 calls. She calls 911 on these two officers, which love these guys, trying to report them for doing bad things to her. Like, great. This is great. And then we have multiple angles here. This is great.
This is Jaelynn. JaelynnIgr. Oh, they're hanging up.
All right. Let's.
Just hung up the phone. They're done with her. They are done.
Let's go.
No, honey, they're right here. Do you want to talk to them? Do you want?
They don't
Yeah,
want to talk
here.
to you.
They don't want to talk. They gave me a ticket though, criminal warning. Oh, they're disconnecting the phone. Oh.
Oh my gosh, these officers. They failed to hang up the phone, so they just freaking unplug her. They're like, you're done, girl. You are done. Here's your trespassing charge as you requested, and we're out of here. She has spent all her chances. She burned all her bridges. She is done. She is done.
All right, you're good.
And her face.
Good, let's go.
That's your trespass
No, I'm
warning.
not
You're
going-
trespassed
no,
from
I'm not going
trios for
anywhere with
99
you.
years.
No, you're not going anywhere with us. You're leaving
No.
the property.
You're leaving the
Let's go.
property.
I'm not leaving. Hey, what?
Then what do you want to do? You can't stay here. You have to leave. She doesn't want to leave or stay. What does she want?
Witnesses? I need a witness.
It's all on camera. You don't have
Everything's
No,
on
it's
body
not.
camera.
You
Yes,
guys
it
know
is.
what the you did.
Very clearly on camera. They confirmed that with her, but okay.
So if I rip this up, it's
That's fine. You've been
99
advised.
years?
Yes, 99 years. If you come
Okay,
back to the
I wanna
property,
get
you'll be arrested for trespass.
I want to get arrested, so I'm gonna rip it up.
You can rip it up all you want. That's not going to change the fact that we gave it to you and you know you're trespassing.
The ceremonial rip. Okay. So if you didn't catch that, she's banned from this hospital for 99 years, which, you know, she's got another 20 anyway. So that does nothing. And they told her, rip it up all you want. It doesn't change it. It's on your record. Like, what does she think she's doing?
So
99 years. Rip it up. This is all my evidence.
Yep.
Everyone.
Make sure you grab all your stuff.
No, hey, you guys, please. They're going to kill me.
Grab all your stuff.
That's a new one. Okay, just throw that out there too.
Stuff.
It's okay, the FBI's watching.
Oh, FBI's watching. Okay.
They saw what you just did. And all the shit you did is with my belongings. You know where it's at? You don't know, huh? So actually, I need to call my dad now.
He doesn't. He's not interested. You've already burned the bridge, so he's not going to come.
Oh, she has had her chance with everyone. She's still thinking that her dad's gonna come rescue her. Oof.
I'm gonna call my dad, actually.
You can call from your phone.
Yeah,
your
give
own.
me the phone.
No, you don't get this phone. You're
Give me the-
trespassed
no,
now.
I'm not.
Yes.
I can call.
She was. No, she's not. Cause what? She ripped up the paper. Yeah, she is trespassing. They just told her that. Oh my god.
Let's go.
No,
Let's
you
go.
have to arrest me here. I need.
No, we don't have.
You have to arrest me. How? Why does she get to decide that? What makes her think that she can say that?
To arrest you
Hey,
here.
I'm not leaving. I'm naked.
Where are her clothes? I still don't understand that. Okay, that does seem a bit mean. Like, she doesn't know where her clothes are either. Like, at least give the girl a chance to cover up. That's a bit much.
You're covered. You have all kinds of
Please don't
clothing.
let this happen, dude. Hey, no, this is my evidence.
Yeah,
Get the f
going
out
on
now.
with you. Let's go.
Get the f out now.
Let's go.
Oh,
Let's go.
Get the f out now.
Let's go.
Okay, I need.
What does she think? Why does she think she has any sort of right to say that? What do you mean, get the F out? You get the F out. What do you mean?
That way.
This is why I came to Trios. Is
That
because I
way.
knew you guys would do this.
That way.
Would do what? Would do what? What do you mean you? Okay.
Help you.
You've burnt the bridge, unfortunately.
Woof. And that one solo officer having to wheel her out backwards to not drag on all her blankies. Oof.
Trios, please. I'm sorry. This is why I was trying to talk to you privately. Please don't let them do this.
It doesn't change anything. Oh, put a littering charge on her too. Jesus Christ.
You guys know what you're doing, and I'm literally naked.
We're
I'm not getting
trespassing
out
you
of the
from
wheelchair.
private property that they don't want you here.
Give me those.
Yep, we'll give them to you.
Yep, trespass me.
We'd already done that.
Make sure I'm naked on it.
Ripped your
That's on
paper.
you.
You ripped your paper.
They said that's on you. So, I don't know where her clothes ended up in all this. I don't know if that's what's in the baggie or if she willfully chose not to take her clothes back at this rape kit situation. But the officers seem to think that that's her fault, and I'm inclined to believe them in this situation.
Paperwork up. That was your formal trespass notice.
God, just wheeling her out, just dragging her out to leave her on the street. She's got nowhere to go. No one's willing to like put up with her anymore. She doesn't have the skills to be able to like solve this for herself. She's been her whole life trying to get other people to solve her problems. And now she's finally like facing up to the fact that no, you get yourself out of this. I don't know how she's going to get out of this, honestly. Well, she's not going to get out of it. First of all, I mean, I don't know what her plan is here.
Why did you guys just tell me what the fuck is going on?
We did tell you.
Dude, I need to go.
They told her and they gave her the trespassing, like that she requested. They gave her the trespassing, whatever, formal report. And now she's saying, tell me what's going on? Like they said, they told her.
The police. Are you taking me to jail?
No.
They told her that too. Like she's got nowhere to go. They don't even want her at jail.
Can't walk.
You can walk.
I can't.
You can't.
I'm going to
We've seen her walk.
sit here. So wherever you leave
Well,
me.
we will help remove you from the chair, and then you can decide if you want to sit on
They
this.
don't even. She can't even keep the chair, guys. The chair belongs to the hospital. They're just gonna dump her out and leave her.
Sit on the sidewalk, and
Take
we're
you to
not
jail.
taking you to jail.
I'm going to jail. I just ripped up your 99-year
That
thing.
that
But she has to do something. I guess this is where the assault comes in, because how is she going to get her ass to jail without an actual charge that requires jail time?
doesn't matter. You don't have to keep
Hey.
that paperwork.
Wherever you take me.
Sure.
Help! Help! Ramos knows what he did! KPD, hands up, don't shoot! I'm naked and they fucking raped me! Trio.
Oh, now she's in trouble. Oh my god. Who? What? Oh my.
Southwood just trying to save me! The FBI is watching.
Is she back onto the psychosis thing? She's just doing anything she can.
So yeah, do what you're gonna do. Destroy the evidence. Destroy the evidence. Ramos! 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 Ramos!
Is that? I think Ramos is the arresting officer, if I'm not mistaken, but I don't know why she's chanting his name.
KPD! KPD! All those police watching me!
That was pretty good, actually. KPD is the word, like Kensington or something like that. Police department. That's what she's chanting. If you don't know.
Where are you guys taking me?
Taking you off their property.
Oh, oh, oh! All of a sudden I can
Oh,
Perfect. Now you
there we go. Biggie can stand. There we go.
can walk. Go that way. Go that way.
arrest me.
Go that way.
Arrest me.
No.
Arrest me.
No. Walk that way.
I gotta go to the hospital.
Nope.
Oh my god. Oh my god, she really, really can't accept that she just has to solve something on her own and actually act like an adult and not just leech off of society. Oh no, the poor thing.
Walk that way.
911!
Walk that
She's already done that. Not even 911 wants to deal with her anymore, girl. Oh my
Wait.
god.
911!
Walk.
Oh my god.
Walk.
911!
Walk.
Oh, part of me, like, on one level, I want to feel sorry for her if this is actually, like, she's obviously mentally, you know, unstable, but, like, oh, I can't help but be entertained by this. I'm sorry.
911!
Walk.
I'll fucking kill you guys.
Walk.
Oh, jeez. There we go. Okay, that'll get her to jail. Okay. Oh my god.
Yeah, because I want to. Because I want to.
You need to get
Come
off
on.
the property.
Okay, well, she gets what she wants, but she also gets a bunch of other charges added to her growing list. Good job, Jae Bae. Good job
You
getting
know
out
you're
there.
trying to do. I don't know, dude. So does Jacob ours. Jacob ours.
Sure.
All those reports in the file. Oh yeah, take me to jail. Hell yeah.
Was that the assault? Is there more? We got another 14 minutes here, so I don't know if more is going to come, or how are they going to get her? They couldn't transport her, so how are they going to transport her to jail? Like, they were talking about that at the beginning, that she's too big. I don't know.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Oh, they need 2 sets. They might even need 3 sets of cuffs, guys, because, like, when you're, like, not mobile enough to, like, put your hands behind your back, they'll attach a set to each and then link the 2 sets. So they might need a 3rd set here. Oh, they
yeah.
do!
Let's get
They
this
do,
on.
guys!
Help me.
3 sets of cuffs for this biggin.
911! They're raping me!
Stop! Oh my god! Does she not know that she's making it, like, so incredibly worse for herself? And why is she saying stop? This is what she wanted.
They're trying to rape me, stop!
That is the last thing that we will ever do.
Oh, these officers, I can't with it. I can't. Oh my god.
I have my information in my hand. You got a 69 custody. Take me to jail. Hey,
She
please
just
call
assaulted
911.
police. She's now in custody.
Awesome.
Oh.
Ready to go?
Things have calmed down a little bit now, at least, now that she's in cuffs.
Ready to
Oh,
go?
she'll fit. You think? Oh, she'll fit just fine.
Okay, so they seem to think that she's gonna fit in the cop car just fine, but I'm a little worried for her, honestly.
Ready to go?
Oh, she'll fit. You think? Oh, she'll fit just fine.
Yep, I'm a big fat bitch. Big fat.
That's it. She's just.
Yep. A big fat.
I'm gonna drive the car.
With the droid and everything, remember? With the droid and everything. I just put it in there.
What is she mumbling on about? I don't know. I'll enhance the audio quality, but I have no idea what she's mumbling on about. She's just on and on and on. And the officers are doing exactly what they're supposed to be doing and not saying anything back, not entertaining, not putting up with any more of her crap.
911! 911! Oh
my God.
Call 911! Are you trying to
They're already there, girl. This is what she wanted. She wanted to be taken to jail.
Well, show me.
Nope, I'm covering you up because it's cold.
They're covering her up.
Because your dash cam didn't just get all that? Because your body cam didn't just get all that? Because this wasn't the fucking goal the whole time? To bring you all fucking down? Remember, I could walk.
Oh God, I don't even want to watch this. Oh my God, is she gonna fucking fake fall? That's what this is. Okay, she just oh my God, I'm gonna fall. Okay, let's see her out. There's no way she's gonna throw herself on the ground, right?
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Oh no, they're just walking her. This is her just walking. Oh.
Oh my God. I just assaulted an officer though. You called it in, remember? You called it in, remember?
Yep, I saw it happen.
Yep, you sure did. If you weren't a part of it, Ramos is. I'm not getting in the car with y'all. Help!
It's not up to you. She's screaming again for help. Nobody's coming.
KPD Ramos is trying to kill me. I have.
Oh my God.
I have it recorded with the KPD.
All right, get in the car.
No. I can't. Oh my God. Mental health. Mental health. Help me. Help me. You guys are the FBI watching, right?
Get in the
I don't have anything to say. It's just. You guys, I don't know what I did. I don't know what happened. At some point, I must have taken my mic off. I've been having so much trouble with this frickin' mic. I'm so sorry for the poor audio quality for I don't even know how long. I don't know when I took this off. So hopefully it's not too bad, but I really can't redo a reaction. And thank you again to the commenters who told me about the sound balance left to right. I know that's been an issue. I'm trying to fix it. I think I've got it now, so hopefully it's fine. But for that last, I don't know how long, I forgot to put my mic on. So continuing on, I don't even know where we were anymore.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah, getting into the car. Yeah, she'll fit in the car, right?
Whoa. Whoa.
Go ahead and stand up.
I can't.
Yeah, you can.
So did she fall there? Is that what that just was? Let's go back 1 second.
Help me. Help me. You guys are the FBI watching, right?
Get in the car.
Oh my God.
Oh, she just sat down. So they're leading her to the car and she just freaking sat down.
Whoa.
Go ahead and stand up.
I can't.
Yeah, you can.
Bitch.
I can't.
You just stood up out of the chair just fine by.
Bitch. To be fair, she is a big lady. And that is a lot of effort to get up off the floor compared to up out of the wheelchair. So to be fair, now that she's put her ass down, it's going to be a lot harder to get back up.
Yourself, stand up.
I can't after all that.
Stand up.
Hold on. Hold on.
Oh, now she's having another medical emergency. Oh no.
Hands up, don't shoot. Hands up.
Honestly, that looks painful. Honestly, that looks painful with her arm back there. I don't know if she could get up from that position. To be fair, I'll give her that.
Don't rape. Hands up, don't shoot.
Wait, did she say hands up, don't rape? Oh my God. Oh my.
Disabled.
Stand up.
I assaulted an officer. Please take me to jail.
That's what they're trying to do. What does she think's going on here? They're taking her to jail.
We're trying to take you to jail. Why don't you get
Exactly.
in the car? We can take you.
I need a female officer, Officer Marshall.
Yeah, she's not working today.
Yeah. What?
She knows the officers in this little town by name. Like, you're the problem. You are the problem.
I can't get up like this with my hands in cuffs.
Okay, so how can we assist you to get up?
Cuffs off.
No.
Okay, well.
Just no. What do they think she's gonna do? Run off? Like, just take the cuffs off. I can understand having your arm back there, being 550 pounds. That's gonna be difficult to get up. I understand. I don't think the officers need to be worried about her running off with taking off the cuffs.
I can't get up.
Yeah, you can.
I literally can't.
Sure you can.
I literally can't.
Put your leg underneath you. We'll help you stand up.
Burn them all to the ground. And Ramos went to prison where he got raped for the rest of his life.
What? What is she on about now?
And his whole family died because I set this all up.
What? Excuse what?
I gotta lay down. I'm disabled as shit. Hey, dude, you're literally hurting me.
Okay, well stand up.
Live streamed.
Okay. Stand up for me.
I can't.
And then we can help you get in the car.
Let me roll over.
Okay, how do you want to do that?
Let me roll over.
Okay.
Take
how are you going to do that? Well, that won't happen.
Well, I can't.
How would you like us to help you to stand up?
I can't. Wait till the other officers pull up.
Well, there's no other.
What does she expect them to do? What, like, she wants more officers to do what?
Yeah, they are. Dispatch 988. They're on the way.
Yeah, they're not. So how can we assist you in getting up?
Remember, I can't use the phone on cuckoo.
How can we assist you in getting up?
You can't.
She won't even take help? Like, what does she expect out of these people? Like, she wants everything done for her, but also she doesn't want anything, like, to happen. I don't, like, what is her end goal here?
Can someone call an ambulance?
Already been there, already done that, already exhausted that option.
We're checking to see if that's an avenue.
Hey, Trios Health, I actually need your help. That's why I came here. I didn't want it on a recorded line because I knew what you were doing. The FBI's been watching the whole time.
Oh, they've given up. They've given up on the cop car. They did say that they might be calling the ambulance instead, so let's see.
So everything you just did, Ramos, remember the other night? Remember how it's already on the news?
Sure, it's all on body worn camera.
Yep, sure is. These cops and they mama. Burning fucking hell, bitch. Okay. With police, the Richmond police, the Pasco police. Y'all gonna keep me right here naked and all.
Well, if you stood up, we could help you get in the car.
I can't stand up.
So
they're being so patient and reasonable with her still. Oh my gosh.
Tell me how we can assist you to stand up.
Ask the FBI when they show up on you.
Well, the FBI...
No.
I won't be here.
You're so right.
So how can we assist you to stand
I don't know.
up?
I guess we need an ambulance.
Okay.
I gotta get 50 on 50.
And how are you going to stand up when the ambulance gets you? Still got to stand up off the ground.
Bring him here. Bring him. Oh, how about call Jerome Davis? How about here? I'll give you my phone number. 564. Tell Ramos. Did your kids already die? Or were you in a car accident tonight?
Jesus.
I don't know what you're talking
What? What?
Okay, we'll just keep me here until the other police show up. They're watching everything you're
This cop.
doing. And the hospital just scared shitless because they literally were trying to help. But you saw me rip it up just like I did the other night when I told you to suck a cop. You know what they do to fucking cops in jail? They rape them in the ass. They rape them in the fucking ass. But remember, you're unlawfully detaining a disabled woman who's been kidnapped.
Well, you're under arrest, so we're not detaining you. You're under arrest.
I have the right to an attorney and I have the right to remain
You sure
silent.
do, and you can also remain silent. That would be a great thing to start with.
Yes! These officers! Oh my god. Oh, that's great.
Oh, that's right. It's not coming, right? Here, let me put it into existence. And then
Remember,
start.
the right to remain silent. You can exercise
Oh, yeah,
that.
okay, let me do this.
Oh my god. This is actually hilarious that he's actually saying that. Just shut the fuck up, basically.
I'm having a mental health crisis. Please, someone save me. Hands up, don't shoot. Hands up, don't shoot. I'm black and brown, they shoot us down. I'm black and brown, they shoot us down. Okay, guys, it's time to come out, because at this point, we need a fucking ambulance.
She will not shut up.
And then the EMS arrived, and you got it all on tape, what you just did. Another 99-yard fake violation that you made up, you fucking idiots. What a bunch of faggots. What a bunch of fucking faggots. I'd be like getting, they love the popo in jail. Probably going to Walla Walla State Penitentiary. Are real officers here now?
Nope, doctor.
Oh my God, I'm not.
Oh, finally got a medical professional. Let's see what he says. Is she in psychosis? Is she in having a medical emergency?
Doing well at all, doctor. These people are trying to hurt me. I was trying to seek refuge here, love. I'm having a mental health crisis.
Calling him love. Oh.
Okay. Yeah, I need help immediately. All the evidence they just tried to destroy.
She's
Yeah.
medically cleared.
She has far too much patience from these people. Oh my God.
Thank you, doc. Okay.
So am I under arrest, doc?
Yep.
I am.
Wait, did he just like nod and leave? Is that it? Was that his assessment? Oh my God.
Yep.
Okay, that's good. Take me to jail.
We'll get you there.
There we go. Hell yeah.
The real hero.
Hell yeah, the real heroes. I was watching y'all the whole time.
Oh, okay, so they did get the ambulance in. It's coming.
Yeah, go run. Try and tell them, Ramos. Try and tell them the footage doesn't exist. Try and tell them. Try and tell them. Hurry up.
Oh, yeah. Hey, so unfortunately our legal charter does not.
Yep.
Hands up. Don't shoot. Hands up.
What is this? Proper use and safety instructions. I don't know what. Let's find
You
out.
can be disabled and fat. No can take you down.
Like, even the officer seems like unfamiliar with whatever he's been handed here. What is this?
I got my sark in my hand, though, man. Thank God that I made those calls, man. Thank God.
Oh, that's her down there. Jesus.
The hospitals will kill you. The police will kill you. And everyone will try to kill you.
Yes, Jae Bae, the whole world is against you, you poor thing.
Everyone will try to kill you. I think you're crazy.
Is this one of those lifting?
Remember when when I'm naked and they try to cover it up after you guys already saw it all? Yeah. It's funny how that happens. But I'm God, right? So let me put in a little prayer for God. I have the rights for the church. Where are my rights at? Where are my rights at, motherfuckers?
You have the right to be quiet and right to counsel.
I'm not.
They keep coming back at her with that. Just be quiet, bitch. Oh my God.
Be quiet because I know you turn your shit on and off. You piggy pig pig! Oink oink oink, motherfucker!
She's not doing herself any favors. Oh, Jesus.
Getting up. Run me over. Here we go. Run me over. Come on. Come on. Do it. Do it. Do it. Oh, oh, oh. Run off like the pussy bitch you are. You're gonna fucking rot in prison, motherfucker.
She literally won't shut up. Oh my gosh. What has gotten into her?
Where's my attorney? Why haven't I been read my rights?
You guys, is this why she always does the AI text to voice? Because this is how she talks in reality?
Am I under arrest?
Yes, you are.
Where's my rights being read?
You're not being questioned about the crime right now, so we don't need to read
Read
your
me my
rights.
motherfucking rights. Remember, I'm a disabled woman, and you're pretending right now. So read me my fucking rights. I ask the Lord for the strength to get up and for the FBI to swoop in because I'm too scared now. Oh God, okay. In the name of Jesus Christ. Oh, I can't.
I don't know. Like, I don't have anything to say. This is just the ramblings of a crazy woman. And again, I don't think that this is medically crazy anymore. She's just putting on an act to what end, I'm not sure. But like, every medical professional that has seen her has been like, move along, stop doing this. We don't want you here.
I can't fucking do it.
Jeez, what is she doing? Is she pooping? What is she doing?
Oh my God. Oh my God. Can you loosen the cuffs?
That's as loose as they're gonna get.
She's got 3 cuffs on, remember that too.
I'm fat, so I can't move at all to get up. Like you're asking me to.
I didn't ask you to do anything.
Oh, you did not?
This is all her own choice. She's not been told to do any of this.
Did you do anything when your cam was off?
My cam's been on the entire time.
Yeah, sure has.
We have a like a lift thing from the fire guys that's soft. So we'll basically we'll roll her on her stomach so she can't kind of sit up and kick. And we'll
that's what the package was. It was a thingamajig inflatable thing to help her up.
We'll put her back here, and then I'll have somebody ride back here with her. Perfect. While you get her, and the jail's already.
Are they is this the back of an ambulance? It doesn't look like an ambulance.
Prep. They know she's coming. They know all the sitch and all that stuff. So
I'll stand by whenever you're back up.
yeah, just come back just a little bit.
Okay. Tell me when.
Yeah.
But I'll talk to you.
Oh no! Oh God!
It's probably good.
I'll talk to you mess. I have the right to an attorney, right?
Yes, you do.
Is she face down? Yeah, she's face down in the concrete.
Hearing me my Miranda rights?
Okay, so it's not an ambulance. It looks to be some sort of like jail transport vehicle, extra large. Oh, they're carrying her like my 600-pound lifestyle out in the back of a van.
No worries. Face up there. Perfect.
So we're gonna do it twice. Once on her back, and then she'll be face down on this.
Why do they want to put her face down on that?
You need to go to Trio's house. You know what that
So
is?
get her on her back, and then we'll kind of.
I hope that they've undone her cuffs actually, because that would be really painful to have your like cuffs and then roll onto your back while in cuffs. I hope that doesn't happen.
Make sure we have it set where we need to.
Okay.
Oh, she's gonna scream. She is not helping them at all. She is a 500-600-pound lump. She, no help from her whatsoever.
All right, perfect. One more time.
I can't.
Bring that.
In God I say, in God we trust, and they cannot move me at all. And they cannot move me at all because I am fat.
She's praying to God that she can't be moved. What does she want? What does she want? God damn.
550 pounds, and I'm a disabled woman.
Oh, okay, 550.
And I'm a disabled woman, and they're trying to kill me. Trio's Health has it all on camera. So does the FBI.
Yeah, we just steer more towards
Her face doesn't even reach the ground when she's on her stomach, guys. Do you
I'm
see
having
that?
a mental health crisis. Aren't I having a mental health crisis?
perfect. All right. If you want to focus on just that front one, I'll do these two.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! I can't breathe. I can't. Hey, I can't breathe. Hey.
That is not what I expected. I thought that thing was going to inflate or something. No, they've put her into like a back bend. Like, oh my God.
I can't.
She wanted it this way, guys. She could have, if she wanted to, not plopped her ass down and refused to move anymore. Like, this is on her for being transported this way. There was an easier way.
Breathe. I'm not. What the fuck? What the fuck?
Yeah, no, she doesn't like that at all.
Jaelynn Chaney. Jaelynn Chaney. 866. Call 5653. 3. Oh, thank God.
How humiliating. Like, oh my God. And to continue acting this way for so long. She is unrelenting.
We're going to the jail now, right? Are you going to read me my rights?
Who's riding?
I can stand in
Who's reading my rights?
How are they going to close the car? She's got her footsies like hanging out the back.
You have the right to remain silent.
Oh, no, they're not. No, they're not.
This can be used against you in the court of law. You have the right at this time to talk to a lawyer and have him present with you while you are being questioned. If you cannot afford to hire a lawyer, one will be appointed to represent you before questioning if you wish. You can decide at any time to exercise your rights and not answer any questions or make any statements. Do you understand each of these rights as I've explained them to you?
In the name of God, yes,
Having
I
these
do.
rights in mind, do you wish to speak to me now?
In the name of God, I'll ask for an attorney.
All right.
Okay, so at least she did the smart thing and asked for an attorney. Like, exercise your rights, girl. That's fine. I don't have a problem with that. I still don't understand why she's on her stomach in the back of this van. That seems hugely uncomfortable. Like, why isn't she on her back? I don't know.
Let's get the formalities out of the way.
Well, I already told her she had the right to.
Take us to the Bannon County Jail. They're meeting us there. That's why everything just happened, you fucking idiots. Fucking faggot ass piggy pig pigs.
She's literally being transported like a seal going off to an aquarium.
Faggot ass piggy pig pigs. Ugh.
She is not the person to be throwing insults like that.
There was a reason I came here. Got a shopping cart? What the f is this? Can't even see when you guys
I was questioning that too. I don't know why they have a shopping cart in the back of that van.
I mean, like dead. Crazy, bro. In the name of Satan! In the name of...
Oh, look at that. She was able to roll up to seat it on her own. This is a big van.
Satan! Y'all are weird, bro. Y'all are really, really weird.
How do her legs only extend like a couple feet off of where she's sitting? You see what I mean? That looks so odd.
Weird.
It looks like you're uncomfortable.
Yeah, I'm super uncomfortable.
We can get that back open. Can you swing your legs out?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm not in the house.
Okay, so that's the end of that video. So the last little update that we have on Jae Bae is that she was found mentally incompetent to stand trial. I saw in some reports, like in some news articles, that she was declared incompetent due to sepsis-induced psychosis, but I couldn't find an actual source for where that information came from. So I have no idea what caused her to be deemed mentally incompetent, but she was required to be put into a facility, and she ended up there for something like 2 months or something until she was brought back up to a state where she was competent enough to stand trial, after which all of her charges have been released. And there has been speculation that at some point during the release, one of the requirements was for her to stay off social media. So that is possible because she has remained silent since that arrest back in February, but there's really no way to be sure. The other little update that we have is her fight to have free airline seats for plus-size passengers. Well, airlines are rolling back on that, and it seems that they've come to their senses and they are not giving away free seats or multiple free seats anymore to plus-size passengers. So yeah. We are done listening to Jae Bae, and I am hoping that this fully and completely closes the chapter on Jae Bae, and this video can just be the last video that we hear about Jae Bae because we really don't need to be giving her any more attention. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye. Burp.